Welcome to another edition of the Turnpike Sports Book Report. I'm Doug Weishattle with Dave Weishattle, here to give you a whip-around look at some of the latest news coming out of the sports betting and casino industry. This week in our state and national reports, we've got some January and February numbers to talk about.
Okay.
Deals, we've got an odds and data deal. We've got an MMA deal to talk about, as well as a basketball deal.
Okay. All right.
Industry updates, we've got licenses, launches, closures, we've got lawsuits, we've got a whole variety of different topics to go through today. And legislative roundup, Washington State and Louisiana.
Okay.
We're going to start talking state and national right after this.
Hey, Dave Weishattle from Turnpike Sports. I just got my dugout mug delivered and I am loving it. Dugout mugs are mugs made out of baseball bats, and they are officially licensed by Major League Baseball so you can get your favorite baseball team's logo on your mug. Just think of it, enjoying your favorite drink while watching your favorite baseball team with your team's logo on your mug made from a baseball bat. They can even make customized mugs. Check out the mug they made for Turnpike Sports. I mean, just look at that. That looks awesome. I've never seen anything like them. If you go to dugoutmugs.com, you'll find out they even make more things than mugs. They have baseball board games, grilling equipment made from baseball bats. They even have a section for gifts for under $30. Head on over to dugoutmugs.com because if you're a baseball fan or need a gift for a baseball fan, you have to check out Dugout Mugs. And use our promo code PIKE at checkout to get 20% off your purchase price. That's promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. Also, free shipping with orders over $99. You can't beat that. DugoutMugs.com. That's my go-to place if I need a gift for a baseball fan. Well, if you excuse me now, the game is about to go on, and the wind is just right for drinking.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. Doug Weishattle here with Dave Weishattle. Starting off our state and national reports, we're going to the month of January and the state of Illinois.
Ah, okay, Illinois.
It's
always a great. That's always a great sports betting market.
It's amazing how it's changed the way it taxes everybody and the surcharges, and it still continues rolling along.
I know. It's fascinating to see what's happening in that state.
Yes. State of Illinois in January reported its sixth consecutive month with at least $1 billion in total handle. Mm-hmm. Case in point there.
Yeah.
And fourth consecutive month with at least $200 million in revenue.
So it looks like those surcharges really hasn't, dissuaded people from betting or placing bets.
No, but it has demonstrated an increase in the tax revenue coming in. So
sure.
that was the goal of that all along, right there.
People are going to bet, apparently.
Yep, and the state has passed $61 billion in all-time total handle, $8 billion in all-time total revenue, and $1.27 billion in all-time tax revenue.
Wow, $1 billion in tax revenue, huh? That's a rare thing to say.
Yes, and like I said, with the change in the taxes, that has just helped the state's coffers right there.
A lot of people in that state, a lot of the big cities. You got Chicago certainly, and it just massive numbers.
A lot of bettors in Illinois. Moving over into the month of February with the state of Missouri. This is their third report.
This is the third month they have been legally active, right? Okay.
They have already passed $1 billion in total handle over the first 3 months and over $180 million in revenue.
All right.
It also reported its very first month with at least $1 million in tax revenue, mostly because we have DraftKings, FanDuel, and Fanatics paying taxes for the first time.
Oh, okay.
They've had negative revenue for the first 2 months. This is actually the first time they've had positive revenue, as a matter of fact.
And this is February, right?
This is February.
Okay, well, that's, Super Bowl month.
Unfortunately.
Uh-oh.
The February handle was half of what Missourians, I guess that's how you say it, spent in December, the first month.
Well, December, it was a shiny new toy, and everyone
was all promos.
And it was all promos. Yeah, it's one of those things where a lot of people join just for the promos, then stop betting. So
third consecutive month declining handle.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the third consecutive month, which is the more concerning, is the number of wagers placed. Mm-hmm. The people are betting less.
Well, like you said, it's the promos. A lot of people do the promos. They bet and then they stop. When the promos are done and the bonuses are done, they probably stop.
Basketball, most bet on sport for the month of February. Second consecutive month, it has been the most bet on sport. Nearly 110 million bet on it.
Okay.
And parlays, 91 million in handle.
Wow. Okay.
No matter what state you look at,
parlays. Yeah. the push for parlays is so incredible with these sports books because lots of times the first thing I see when I log on to a sports book is their ready-made parlays, and they compute it for you. If you bet $10, you get to win 500 if you hit this
you place
parlay,
your first cash wager,
I
all
always
that
have
stuff.
I always have an issue if certainly sports books want your money. Why would I go for a parlay they picked? That's something in my head. Maybe I'm just distrustful of everyone out there. But if a sports book, hey, you should do this parlay. No, thank you. I'll figure it out myself.
Well, again,
the whole idea is for them to get my money. So why am I taking their advice on a parlay?
Well, in a case like Missouri, new bettors,
sure,
they're a little on the naive
Look,
side. In terms
I'm not saying I don't do parlays.
They may think the sportsbook's looking out for them.
I pick my own parlays, so I feel more comfortable with that.
Yeah, if I'm giving them a couple of bucks, I'm gonna make sure it's my loss, not theirs.
Yeah, well, it's
I'm not
never
stupid.
their loss.
Well, I'm just saying I'm not stupid enough to make their stupid pick my loss.
Well, I don't know if it's a stupid pick. It's just
usually is.
It's just a little tainted in my eyes because their whole idea is to make money off of me. So why am I taking their advice for a parlay they pre-picked? So
take a look at some of their parlays. Some of them are outlandish.
That's just me, by the way.
There's one leg that's always just doesn't make sense in some of those pre-picked parlays.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on off the soapboxes here, we're going to...
It's not a soapbox. I'm just saying that's my... I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just, that's in my head that, why am I putting money down on something they suggest? So... Yeah.
Moving forward.
Okay.
Staying in the month of February, we're going to the Commonwealth of Virginia. First monthly handle under $600 million in 5 months.
Interesting.
Super Bowl month. Under $600 million in handle. Total handle, retail and online.
Someone has to look closely into this because we're seeing February as not a big month for anyone. And, when you have the Super Bowl...
Yep.
You think
it was the teams. It was the teams.
Yeah, there was not a lot of buzz around these teams. Certainly Seattle and New England. Being in New Jersey, and I don't have DirecTV. I don't have the NFL package, so I don't get all the games.
Well, DirecTV is no longer involved with the NFL. It's YouTube TV.
YouTube TV, whatever. But I don't have access to all the games, so I'm basically it's basic cable. Yeah. For me when I watch the games, and the Patriots in New Jersey and New York area weren't televised a lot. Seattle wasn't televised a lot. So, it's one of those things you didn't follow these teams throughout the season.
No.
So,
But when you hear New England made it there on an easy schedule, they were ahead of schedule and everything, surprise team. I have never seen a surprise team do extremely well in a Super Bowl.
Well, they were really both surprise teams.
Well, Seattle had that defense. Seattle, the number one defense overall in the league.
Yeah, but before the season started, no one thought these teams would go to the Super Bowl.
No, especially with Darnold at quarterback. Everyone was waiting for him to start just crapping the bed, but he outplayed everybody, so I'm very happy for him, and that was probably the reason why, because that defense, Seattle just shut down everything all season long. So, but anyway, under $600 million in handle, under $60 million in revenue for the first time in 6 months too.
Okay,
all-time handle has passed $29.5 billion. All-time revenue, $2.49 billion, and all-time tax revenue has passed $370 million. Good numbers there.
Okay.
In terms of gaming, February gaming revenue totaled $95.2 million from all the casinos, $17.1 million in taxes. Caesars Virginia led again. They've been leading all along here, $31.8 million in revenue. And Live Petersburg's second month in operation, $15 million in revenue.
Yeah,
good showing on their part.
I know, very good showing.
Yes.
Well, Live is such a good property regardless of where they're at. There's one in Philadelphia, there's one in Pittsburgh, and I'm sure this one's doing great as well.
Well, second month it's already looks like it doubled what it did the first month. So, congratulations, Live.
Yep.
That's it for the state and national. We're going to start talking deals right now. Starting off our deal segment, we're going over to Sportradar announcing an expansion of its multi-year agreement with Hard Rock Bet.
Okay.
The expansion adds official PGA Tour and Ultimate Fighting Championship data, odds, and enhanced in-play betting capabilities. Hard Rock Sportsbook players will now benefit from new in-play offerings from the PGA Tour, part of the acquisition that Sportradar did from IGM Arena, which includes micro markets such as hole winners and hole scores. Also, advanced visualizations.
Oh, okay.
Enhance the live betting experience, which is key in everything in the United States. You got a real-time leaderboard with play-by-play commentary going to be included with the book, 3D shot tracking for every hole, automated insights through each round of tournaments.
Wow. Okay.
Over on the UFC side, UFC bettors will see an expanded range of in-play micro markets, including strikes attempted and landed, takedowns, also a live match tracker, in-fight statistics, official branding, and increased fighter imagery.
I don't know what that means.
Better pictures of the fighters.
Better, clear.
That's all.
You can see every drop of blood.
There may be some animation, too.
Okay,
So,
all right.
But that's another expansion for Hard Rock Bet.
Fighters look better.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, they need something sometimes.
So, whatever.
Moving over into Integrity Compliance 360, we've got another announcement from the group. IC360 has announced a comprehensive partnership with the Indian Fight League.
Interesting.
India's first professional MMA league.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. Set to launch its preseason here in 2026 with a full Season 1 launch in 2027. IC360 will provide their entire suite of technology and advisory services for the 2026 events leading up to the full season. No word on whether or not this will go into the actual launch of the league itself, the full official season 1, since this only focused on the preseason events.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's going to go into...
Absolutely.
So, kind of different to see an India MMA league getting involved in all this stuff.
I think it's such a popular sport now, though. You're going to see a lot more leagues pop up.
Last entry of the week, we've got the Mohegan Tribal Gaming Authority. They have announced it has reached an agreement with the Tilman J. Fertitta family, who will purchase the Connecticut Sun franchise from the Gaming Authority.
Okay, all right.
If you recall, Mohegan became the first independent owner of a WNBA team 23 seasons ago. They've been playing in the Mohegan Sun Arena since the creation of the team. Under the deal, the team will stay in Connecticut for the 2026 season before moving to Houston for the 2027 season, where they will relaunch the team as the Houston Comets.
Wow, okay.
Houston Comets were one of the original.
Yeah, weren't they? Yeah, okay.
They won the first 4 WNBA championships.
Oh, really? Wow, I didn't know they won the first 4. I know they won a bunch early on. So.
Good pedigree.
Yep, absolutely.
So nice to see that team coming back.
And it's good for the athletes, too, because you got to realize it's in Texas, no personal income tax, so keep a little more of their salary.
Well, there was some question whether or not the Sun would relocate to Boston.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about that a couple months ago.
That was never realistic.
Yeah, they would play at the TD Bank Arena, and so...
I think they're better off...
I heard that for a week, and then it just dropped out of the news.
Well, I think they're better off in Houston anyway. It gets one of the original teams back in the league, and, this is a proven commodity, too.
Yep.
That's it for the deals. We're going to start talking industry updates right after the break.
Smoked cocktails have never been easier to make thanks to our Halo Drink Smoker. Simply place a cocktail smoker on your glass, light the wood chips until they start to smoke, and then top it off with the lid to infuse your drink with a delicious, new, smoky flavor.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. Doug Weishuttle here with Dave Weishuttle. We're going to start off our industry update segment heading out to the state of Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Three Rivers Casino Resort, not the one in Pittsburgh.
But,
Three Rivers is in Pittsburgh.
Well, Three Rivers.
Hey,
is
when I
not
first
there
saw,
anymore. I don't even know what the Pittsburgh Stadium is called anymore. I always refer to it as Three Rivers.
Is it Acrisure?
Maybe. I don't know.
Just something like that.
The names
I call it Three Rivers. It used to be, what was it, Heinz Field for a while, too? Or was that the baseball park? The area, Three Rivers. But anyway, this is the one in Oregon. Mm-hmm. Three Rivers Casino Resort in Florence, Oregon, has launched a new mobile sportsbook application.
Okay.
Patrons are able to place bets throughout the casino and hotel because over in Oregon, you can only bet on tribal lands.
Okay.
So you can only do it when you're physically located, basically in the casino, the hotel, the restaurants, whatever's on the tribal land, you can place your bets.
I was going to ask that. Is this one of those apps where when you're just on the property, you're allowed to use? Okay.
Yeah, and I think there's also a way you can actually do a bet, but you have to physically finish it on the property.
I'd be curious to see the boundaries of that app.
Geofencing.
I mean, if you're in the parking lot, can you do it, or do you have to be actually in the building?
I think you have to try that out yourself.
Yeah. Test it out. Someone test it out and let us know.
We need a geofencing map for this.
Yeah. We know how to go about doing this.
Going over to Illinois, we've got Wind Creek Chicago Southland opening their new sportsbook on the casino floor, powered by Canby. Mm-hmm. 4,200 square foot sportsbook has two large LED walls capable of broadcasting up to 16 games each.
Wow. Okay.
That's a big wall. Also, additional viewing at the bar. You can do bets in person at the tellers. You can also do 9 self-service kiosks. Still, don't know why they say self-service kiosks.
Yeah,
it's kiosks.
Yeah,
that's it. They're all self-service.
I would think.
If you're using a kiosk, it's self-service. Anyway, they're all operating 24/7, both the tellers and the kiosks.
That is, especially for like college football or NFL football on a Saturday or Sunday, go to a sports book because it's just like football overload there. Same thing with baseball too. The thing with baseball is it's at nighttime mostly, but on the weekends you get day games. It's just so much fun.
And this new sports book also incorporates the bring your own device technology, where you can do your bet slip somewhere else and to finish it at the casino.
Oh, okay.
If you want to do it at the tellers.
Okay.
Moving over to the state of Texas. Don't talk to Texas too much. Mm-hmm. The Lodge Card Club in Austin has shut down.
Okay.
They have halted operations and canceled a scheduled World Poker Tour Festival event because of an investigation. Well, following a raid first, then a continued investigation for alleged illegal gambling activities and money laundering.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. So this has been the result of a 2-year investigation.
There's a bunch of card rooms in Texas, and I know it's kind of a controversial thing. You know, I think it's the way they're set up business-wise is you pay like a cover charge to get into the place, then you pay your seat charge and something like that, or however long you sit in your seat, and then they claim that they don't have rakes. But they do take out money from the pots, but they claim it's not a rake because that money is used for promotions to give back to the players.
It's management fees.
So it's one of those things where I don't know. That's generally how it's done. I'm not sure how it was done at the Lodge Card Club, but they that's the basic overview. Again, Lodge Card Room might be doing something different.
Obviously, if they got raided.
Obviously, but I don't.
It's going to be going on. It's going to be closed for the foreseeable future while the investigation continues. All employees have been told their jobs are no longer available while they're shut down. We may not see them reopen. I don't know.
I don't know. This is going to probably.
This is a developing story.
Yeah, this is going to work through the courts. So it's interesting. So it's how they're going to work it.
Yeah.
So.
Going out to Nevada, we've got Bally's Corporation opening a pop-up casino.
Oh, okay.
This is on the site of the former Tropicana because that is all part of the athletics stadium development project.
Yeah.
The only way that they can keep the license alive for gaming is to do a temporary venue from time to time to keep under the Nevada regulations. You have to have every so often gaming activity. So what they have set up is a venue with 16 IGT slot machines.
Okay.
And it's no tickets. It's all hand pay.
All right.
Money in, money out.
Oh, okay. These are coin-operated things,
yes.
or bill things.
Bill operated.
Yeah. These aren't tickets that you get.
No tickets. Use hand payouts instead of ticket in, ticket out vouchers.
Wow. Okay.
And it's only temporary, so they can maintain the license. Going over to, staying in Nevada, we've got the Downtown Grand Hotel and Casino. This was a very interesting story that came across my desk. They've been operating under a court-appointed receiver since early January. Property is now being prepped for sale.
Oh, okay.
So it's still operating under the receiver. The receiver is managing the casino. According to the Gaming Control Board, they are aware of the operations as they are doing it right now, and they're just monitoring how the sale will progress.
Okay.
Kind of interesting to see something like that go.
You know how much red tape there is selling a casino or transferring a casino?
How about operating one under receivership?
Just
talking about red tape there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's all bureaucracy.
Yes.
And I guess it has to be done because look, gaming is the most heavily regulated industry in the world. So certainly transferring licenses and transferring property, it's a little something extra.
Yes. Staying in Nevada, we got one last story here. A district court judge has granted the state's gaming regulator a preliminary injunction to prevent the delivery of event contracts by Coinbase in the state. Okay. Now, Coinbase is partnered with Kalshi. So whatever is affecting Kalshi will probably affect Coinbase no matter where they're at. But there's, the argument Coinbase used was basically similar to Kalshi's. They're regulated by the CFTC, not the state.
Okay.
Court disagreed with them.
Yeah, well, states hate to hear that.
Yes. Moving out to New Hampshire, we're going up to the New England region for this, where we have Granite State Gaming beginning the construction phase of a new $10 million property in the state. This is going to be a early 2027 opening for the Littleton Casino.
All right.
That's the name of the town, Littleton.
I have no idea where Littleton is.
I don't know, but they're moving into a location that had a Staples, so another Staples is gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm watching that one, Josh. Staples was always a good store.
You know the old Staples? That's a casino now.
Yes. They're going to have about 12 table games, a restaurant, and 150 to 200 electronic gaming machines. They're not doing historical horse racing. They're going to be doing slot machines to comply with the new version of the law that's out there. And one of our last stories here, we've got DraftKings launching DraftKings Racing in Delaware, New Mexico, and Rhode Island.
Oh, okay.
They're expanding the horse racing footprint for the company to 26 states nationwide. They are getting rid of that DK Racebook.
Okay.
And they're going DraftKings Racing, and it's going to be incorporated as a little click-on thing through the Sportsbook app. But considering horse racing is regulated differently in every state, you may or may not have access to it.
Yeah, it's
when you click it on.
Horse racing, here in New Jersey, you have to be 18 if you want to place a bet on horse racing. Every other casino and sportsbook, you have to be 21. So it's kind of an interesting thing. I probably why they're not in New Jersey right now. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work and how that's going to, probably going to have to raise the if you want an app to be part of your sports book, especially in New Jersey, you might have to raise the age for betting on horses.
Yeah. But they're transitioning from the original platform DK Racebook, which was brought to them by Churchill Downs and Twin Spires.
Yep.
They're doing their own platform now.
Okay, great.
And last story of the week here, we've got FanDuel announcing it's shutting down its FanDuel Picks peer-to-peer fantasy product in all active states.
Oh, okay.
No more FanDuel Picks. They are going to go full bore towards the prediction markets as well as the sportsbook and the casinos. So, another thing shut down in FanDuel. FanDuel's shutting down their sports network, their TV network, or their horse racing TV.
Yeah, speaking of horse racing,
yep.
they used to be TVG, right?
FanDuel TV's horse racing content is going to be going the way of the dodos, like their FanDuel picks here.
Okay.
So, kind of interesting to watch FanDuel shift gears here a little bit.
Yep.
That's it for industry updates. We're going to finish up with a legislative roundup. Starting off the legislative roundup, we're going to Washington State. Now, we had talked Washington State previously on this bill, which was going to expand collegiate betting on tribal lands. The Governor Bob Ferguson, has signed that bill into law.
Okay.
Law extends sports betting at tribal casinos to collegiate athletics, so you can now bet on college sports.
Okay.
Bill also includes protections for harassment in the bill. They were added in before it got passed. Anyone who makes a threat against a coach or an official involved in an athletic event in Washington, gross misdemeanor charges.
Okay, good.
So, and also it prohibits prop bets on individual player performances. Okay. So it's really just
I was wondering about that. Certain states don't allow prop bets and things like that. So.
And last entry is Louisiana.
Okay, now, which is a very fascinating state because all of Louisiana, sports betting isn't legal everywhere.
No, there's like four parishes you can't.
Parishes mean counties in other states, but they can parishes. So.
Yes. But here we have Senate Bill 354, which would have put a prop market ban in Louisiana sports betting. That has now been tossed aside and will no longer be discussed or considered.
Interesting.
Because of a recent report that said the ban would decrease sports betting tax revenue by about $21 million annually.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. Prop and micro bets account for roughly 40% of all online wagers in the state and around 13% of all retail sports wagers in the state. So, big enough effect, they're not going to be banning that market just yet, until they probably raise their tax rate.
Sure.
Everybody else is trying to do.
Yep.
That's it for this week's Turnpike Sports Book Report. If you've been watching on TV, there's a ticker flying by below us with additional domestic and international gaming stories, as well as entertainment stories and conference announcements. And when this show is released, every Monday, there is a full print version of the Turnpike Sports Book Report on our blog, turnpikesports.us. Click on the blog button. You'll see the full print version there. Contains stories we talked about on air, stories in the ticker, and stories we didn't have a chance to talk about anywhere else. They're on the blog in written form every Monday morning after the show is released. And as always, news announcements, releases, conference announcements, info@turnpikesportsradio.com.
And that'll do for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.